Today we will discuss the topic financial paradigms of innovation, feasibility and bankability. How do you differentiate the feasibility and bankability? Can you think of any ideas? We'll discuss these things, but I want to know your opinion. How do you differentiate the feasible and bankable? Suppose if you go to Kahalgaon or Pirpati, you will find 5,000 trucks of mangoes productions. As a business graduates, don't you think there is immense opportunities available? You need not to produce, just you need to trade. And in every channel, even if you are able to make 2,000 rupees, don't you think 5,000 trucks is a huge amount of business? Can we send outside? Same amount of business you may find in banana, same amount of business you may find with makhana or some lychee. I mean, some of them have 3 months life, some of them have 6 months life. Where is the problem? Why we are not able to venture into that? Idea is visible. Idea is visible to you all guys. All of you may be belonging somewhere, Arwal somewhere, the Muzaffarpur, Bhagalpur, Purnia, many districts, and you know what is there. What all business opportunities and challenges you have there. But where is the problem? Why we are not able to? Yes?
Road mapping it, how we have to start and how we have to proceed in that field, and we do not have proper mentoring, so we need that.
The banks do not involve themselves into.
Do you think the banks do not help? Banks are equally struggling.
They're struggling, but they do not involve themselves with perishable products, or they can use those products.
Nowadays, the situations of the banks, they have to meet the target ki 2 crore I have to give. And they are not getting the right candidate, they keep running with bike and they keep filling with a form 2 to 3 page DPR, and they say please take 10 lakhs rupees. They are constantly struggling in selecting the right candidates. The bankers are equally struggling. I don't say they give money just like that, because there will be a lot of trouble. But they have the equal struggle. We have the struggle, we don't get money. The bankers have the struggle. They don't get the right candidate. They don't get the right entrepreneurs. So let's come to the topic. Did you see the proposals? Whatever the proposals are coming at Chandragupta Institute of Management. These are the proposals that I have worked with the different entrepreneurs, and some of them are successfully operating. Local songs, Chhat, Diwali, the childbirth, many auspicious occasions you have, and many local songs you have, and there are many people have proposed, can we have a channels for that? Can we commercialize those things? So far it is not. The business opportunities. The another startup that has come, entertainment support in buses. You have to go to Champaran, you want to go to Purnia, what sort of content you want? What sort of entertainment you require while traveling, maybe in the morning 1 or 2 hours, in the evening probably 2 to 3 hours till 10 o'clock before you sleep. Organic farming. I have money. Many people in Patna, they may be earning like 10 lakhs per month, but they do not have access to right food, right vegetables, right fruits. The horticulture produce, many more things you do not have the access. You are able to earn. So now many startups have come and they say, this is your plot. You know the types of business startups that have come. Suppose you are a cardiologist doctor, and now the startups are coming and they are saying, sir, I will cultivate on your behalf. See the proposals that the people are coming. I will cultivate on your behalf, and this is the plot in Ara. I have taken 12 acres, out of which plot number A is earmarked for you. Whatever you will order, whatever types of vegetables you want, I will cultivate here. He says that regularly will you supply? He says big no. If the tomatoes are less, I will give you less tomato. If the another products is higher, I will give you higher. Because if you want steady supply, then you have to be dependent on the hybrid produce. I have given you the plots. I will charge you somewhere, maybe 35,000 rupees per month or 45,000 rupees per month, completely video recorded cultivations, but you will get the quality food whatever you want it. And these types of organic farming, many people have started, and it's operational. Construction material. Some of these startups have approached that I want to convert the bricks industry, cement industry, these industry into a formal industries. And successfully from the Arwal and all 2-3 startups we are mentoring, let us see whether they are able to do it or not. They have made very beautiful, the website and all. And we were surprised when we asked them, do you see the business? He said, Mr. Professor, you may not be able to do the online transactions and all, but the villagers are very frequent in online transactions. आपने एक समोसा खाया, online payment किया. You have taken 5,000, the bricks of 5,000 or 10,000, you made a payment through the Bhim app. The villagers are much more frequent. The penetration of online, probably it is equally, you may find at the equal level whether you go to the urban area or the village area. He say yes, if we have a dedicated platform, the website, definitely the people will come and we want the larger coverage. And he is doing that. E-commerce. Redico, what is the name of that company? The fellow that is operating somewhere in Darbhanga, Muzaffarpur. Ready Mart, yes. We were also mentored to that. Ready Mart is such a successful organization you can find in 3 districts. In 3 districts, very successfully he is operating. Just 2 years ago, he had started the business. Right? And probably if we call him, he will discuss you what all challenges he has faced and how he is operating successfully. Naturopathy. 2 homeopathy doctors, they have started these startups. And now, in the naturopathy sections, it's not only that you go and take the prescriptions. They have the complete package. They have the complete package and you find all types of facilities for the BPLs or the APLs or the high net worth individuals. There is a package-wise facility you have the available. Right? Low cost energy productions, health tech, edutech, trade, I discussed for the agricultural produce. Immense opportunities we have. I have only discussed the opportunities that we have seen through the startup of CIMP. So where is the problem? Same question again I am asking. Idea is feasible, but it's not bankable. Many people have idea. The idea could be something like this, 100 ideas, but the feasibility may be with 1 or 2. That is the real rate. 100 ideas, let the 100 people try, let the 99 fail, and even if one succeed, and if that success is equivalent to 1,000, don't you think they are able to generate huge employment in the society? Right? Even if we have tremendous success with 1%, and this is what it may happen, but what are the barometers? How will you gauge? So, feasible many things you know, but we need to have the financial intelligence ki how we should reach, is it bankable or not. Can you read the gaps that we have? You go to any university, Indian Institute of Science, Indian Institute of Technology, Amity University, even the foreign universities, many professors keep claiming I have 25 patents. The next question is, so what? How much more money did you earn? 0. Idea is feasible. Is it bankable? Not at all. You said I have 20 patents. My next question is it commercialized? No. Your idea is feasible, but is it bankable or not? Unless and until the bankers are ready to finance, the idea is of no use. What is the self-life of spending findings? You keep claiming 20 years ago, I have a specific finding A. Don't you think the choice of the customers, the self-life of a patent may be 20 years, but the self-life of the customer choice is nowadays only 5 years. Anything, whatever you like today, after 5 years you may dislike it. Forget about the legal self-life, think about the customer life cycle. Earlier probably it was longer, so that is what I am asking, will it carry the utility forever? You are carrying, I have 50 patents. My question is, you have a legal self-life, but do you carry the utility forever or for 20 years? Not at all. Maybe for 5 years. So you have to be quick and instant. You have to take the actions immediately. Unless and until you are able to commercialize, then it's useless. Yes, you may find the hurdles. Can we use the financial intelligence to move forward? How will you move? The first step is find out the product and service. I know I have to produce the low cost energy production. I am engaged in this activity. So you know what sort of products and services you have. Understand the entire chain of productions, from where I am getting the raw material and from where we are delivering, end-to-end approach. And at every step, please appraise the cost and the revenue ultimately. Zero in on with the cost at every stage. I have deleted the idea of feasibility. Feasibility, it's okay. For me, the important barometer is it financially feasible or not? Find out the cost at every stage. Jot down your units of business and financials. Check your pocket and bucks that you have saved per unit. You may say that I have got a revenue of probably 40 lakhs. Meaningless. You might have got the revenue of 40 lakhs if the cost is 39.9. Reference frame. So for me, what matters? Per unit. What is the time frame? Are you able to earn per month decent amount? Are you able to surpass the discount rates? That is what we are interested. Unless and until you are able to surpass that, you will not be able to survive. Let me share a real-time problem. Nowadays, what is happening? Any startup which is coming, government will give you 10 lakhs. When you get 10 lakhs, you know what happens with you? You have interest-free EMI. You have interest-free EMI, and every month you are saving 30,000 rupees. Right? Now, are you burdened with the interest? Not at all. Are you burdened with interest? Not at all. So, if you are not professionally designed, or if you have not professionally computed the value of interest, the moment you lose the cover of subsidy and tax, subsidy, and after 5 years, naturally what will happen? Whatever machinery you have bought, they will become obsolete, and you are supposed to buy the new machinery. And so far you have not formed the new capitals. And you have not learned the art of surviving at the cost of banking. So, if the decent rate of return is 15%, then the 15% should be for the bankers. So eventually, if below 30% if you are earning, you are bound to collapse. Are you able to appreciate the idea? Yes. Startup के साथ problem क्या है? See, this is the problem. Startup people feel, I have got the 15% return. Mr. Startup, you need to understand that you are a very risky business. You go to a small finance bank, you go to startup, anywhere banking industry, they will charge you 15 to 20% interest. This is what the cost of capital that you have, which they have forgotten because the government has given subsidy or the interest-free loan, only the principals they are supposed to pay. And they are happy, I am earning 15%. You are earning actually minus 2%. Are you able to understand? Yes. If the cost of the bank is 17%, you are earning 15%, then actually you are earning minus 2%. Your earning is, even if you have received the subsidy of government, the calculations must be incorporating the cost of capital. If you have deleted the cost of capital, obviously you are bound to lose in the long run.
Sir, but
yes,
initial phase of business there is a more chance of loss.
So hand-holding you have. The hand-holding is incubation cells, mentors, ambassadors, Department of Industries, CDBs, EXIM, NABARD, commercial and differentiated. If you have wonderful ideas, we are struggling for funds, believe me, they are struggling for the right entrepreneurs. We are struggling for funds. We are struggling how to prepare DPR. They are struggling whom to give funds. Same struggle they have, just sit on their seat, you will find at the helm of those people at the sitting at the top level, they are struggling, this is the amount or this is the credit offtake, it has reduced. And even if it has gone up, we are not able to get the right candidate or the right entrepreneurs. So the barometers that you are supposed to use. Same barometer that you have studied in finance, liquidity. How many months you need to cover? For liquidity, see, if you want to produce something, chips or some pickles, small things for the startup. We can't imagine that you will be producing and you will be competing with some big enterprise. It's not possible. Whatever you produce, it will be a very small product and you will have a small life, a small life cycle, maybe 1 week or 2 week or 3 week. So how much do you expect the liquidity life? It should be 3 months or 6 months or 1 year. Normally, if it's big company, we have the planning for liquidity for 1 year. But if it is a startup, how many months we should give for the liquidity planning of the startups?
So 3 months, 2 to 3 months.
Maximum 2 to 3 months. See, if you have money and you know that you are able to produce and sell within 1 week, and if I have given you whatever amount you require for the raw materials for 3 months, don't you think that I have given you sufficient money? And you will be able to rotate your funds at least for 3, 4, 5 or 6 times in a span of 3 months. That is sufficient enough. So although for the large company we always see less than 1 year, but here our period is reduced, we always see 2 to 3 months max, right? Load and load bearing capacity, what do you mean by that? Just now I was discussing these 15%, 17%, what is that? If you ask any enterprise, normally many people are not able to compute, right? If you have purchased a pickup or you have purchased a transport equipment or any other machinery, suppose the cost of machinery is 10 lakhs, right? Cost of machinery is 10 lakhs. If you calculate the per month cost from the EMI, it won't be less than somewhere 35,000 at market cost. At market cost, I am thinking of cost of capital, if you can, banking cost of capital if you consider. If it is 35,000 per day, how much you are supposed to earn? Per day you are supposed to earn, you may be thinking 30 days in a month, but financially we have only 22 days in a month.
Yes, sir.
जैसे ट्रेडिंग में होता है 258. So please respect your employee, please respect yourself and do not devote more than 22 days. So you have only 22 respected days in a month. So how much money you are supposed to generate? Somewhere around 1700 to 1800 rupees per day. So if you have made these fair calculations and if you have made a logbook and the day you generate less than 1700, you know that you are in the red corner. You are losing on that day, right? And if you have made a profit of somewhere 2200, did you make a decent profit? Not at all. You are able to earn 500 rupees per day, it's as good as a labor. Did you forget that? Manrega labor. Now the moment you started earning 2600, little bit looking like semi-skilled laborers, right? And the moment you earning probably 3000 or 3500, I mean 2000 rupees per day extra, then you can, I am little bit in the category of micro enterprises, right? Are you want to establish yourself in the unskilled category or semi-skilled category or micro enterprises? So these costing and the financials must be visible to you. How much we are able to earn. You need to ask your machinery, Mr. Machinery, your cost is 35,000 rupees per month and 1700 or 1800 rupees per day. How much did you earn? बड़ा जीरोक्स का मशीन ला के रख दिया. रोज उससे पूछो, did you earn 900 rupees today? If the machine says I did not earn, then the logbook reporting is minus 900 with rate. I mean you are able to see. So and that way you are pressurized that this is not a feasible. So idea is this is a feasible idea. It is a required input, but the idea is it bankable? Can I cover the cost? Not at all. So you need to think twice, thrice that whatever load I have taken, do I have the capacity to bear the load or not? On per day basis, monthly basis, after deducting all the expenses, otherwise don't move forward. That idea is feasible but not at all bankable. Efficiency, how fast you rotate. How fast you rotate, rotation at every level, raw material to produce to cash. If that is what you call as turnover, debtors turnover, suppliers turnover, the how frequently you are able to turn. If it is very low, you will be able to sustain and survive. And the time of break even. Suppose the business that you have, it has a very longer break even period, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Better you don't start. Abandon the idea. Idea may be wonderful. I am going to do something big for the wind energy, low cost productions. But if the break even itself is 6 years down the line, better you abandon the idea. Then you look for the another idea which is actually and financially feasible. Illusions. You know many types of illusions that we have. Many times we employ or deploy our family members and the owned assets and we don't compute the values. Right? So please give money to your family members if they are engaged. If you have deployed your assets, lands or any buildings or any other things, please pay rent to yourself, right? Do not lose the opportunity cost. Subsidy and support, just now I have discussed. Even if you are getting subsidy, you should be proud enough to, okay, that is a saving for you. But please consider if I would have borrowed from market, how much money I am supposed to save. If the 15% is the cost, the another 15% if you do not earn, you are bound to collapse in 5 years. The moment you lose the cover of subsidy, right? Triples of institutional barrier that you have to know. Negligence of agriculture sector, it's a booming sector, immense opportunities, but most of the startups always come only with the e-commerce and many things. But the moment you enter in the agri sector, initially probably your income may be low, but this is the future that you have. So you must join the tax framework. Use current account services. You know what happens, many people start doing all the transactions in a saving account. After 3 years, your business value again it is 0. So don't do that. You must file your GST irrespective of the liability of 0, but must join the tax framework, use current accounts and try to learn how to prepare the DPR, detailed project report, information memorandums, and always focus on the employee welfare. And after focusing employee welfare, if you are able to survive, then probably you are a long run. You are a sustainable enterprise. Look at the changes and adapt. Do not think whatever I have done that is the permanent pattern. If there is any changes in the market, like suppose you keep using the checkbook and the market had changed and now the people are making the frequent payments through the phone pay. Using the fintechs. And if you don't do that, the clients do not have time to respond. Very simple. So please adapt, look at the changes and adapt. This is all about the financials innovations. Are you able to understand something, anything which looks feasible? So idea is, if you have 100 ideas, so this is how you find the government always promotes that people should come. They should come and burn their fingers. See, if the government is giving 10,000 people, the ideally we believe 100 people will succeed, right? Out of that, if for every person, see, you have invested 10 lakhs, right? 10 into 100, you may imagine how much money the government has invested, right? 99% people may fail in future. This may be a realistic story, but 1% may be successful, and that success itself may be such a big that it will surpass. Secondly, the people, those who have failed, again they will learn the errors and they will enter into the market. Because at the cost of subsidies, at the cost of support of the government, they have learned many things, and the moment they overcome, they will also enter into the market. So this is how a favorable or congenial ecosystem you find the government keeps creating. Right, but the idea is, whatever the idea we have the feasible, always we have to test, is it bankable or not. बैंक वालों से पूछिए, startup से पूछिए, IIT जाइए, CIMP, you go anywhere. If everyone says not at all, it's not feasible, not bankable, if everyone has rejected, you also reject it. Right? So this is all about the financial paradigms of innovations. Thank you very much. Any questions? Or anything you want to say? You wanted to say something? Yeah, tell me.
Like, sir, initial phase of business, there is more chance of there is loss 1 to 3 years.
Yeah, sure.
Only business is to retain the customer.
Correct.
So, you told that 50, like initial phase we also consider more than 15% of profits. So how can we consider that?
You have to inculcate the habit of generating cost of capital plus return. If you do not have the habit, the moment you come out of the framework, how will you buy the assets?
Yes, sir, but
If you are not able to do that, you will not sustain. You are bound to fail. So we are discussing the idea is feasible, but it is financially bankable and sustainable if you are able to do that. So we are discussing that barometer. Obviously, we know every feasible things may not be bankable. That's true. There will be challenges. That I agree. Yes.
Sir, actually the question related to supply chain.
Yeah, little louder.
Supply chain management question related to that.
Supply chain, right from the end-to-end approach that we said. Yeah. What is the question?
Yeah, I'm not getting clear about how we'll arrange this supply chain management. Just you mentioned in the beginning of the session.
Yes. I tell you what to do. See, whenever if you are not clear, so you have to do what you are supposed to do. You will go to different startups. Suppose the people, those who are coming to CIMP, let me tell you the process how it is happening. He is coming and telling the requirement to Sweta, right? The CIMP, the manager. Now what is happening? The CIMP manager will identify she has particular type of requirement. Suppose she has allocated that this fellow will go to Professor Santosh Kumar or this Ranjit Tiwari, and after 1 month they observed that they have certain other hurdles. Then again the another professors are also added. And many times it also happens that if we are not competent with the technical one, then again we refer to IIT startup or the NIT startup. They also test. Many times you have seen that many news you would have seen wind production system. It was not only tested at the CIMP, it was further tested by the IIT also. So many things. This is a joint effort of many faculties. We do not say that the one faculty will be able to help everything. It's a collective effort of many mentors. And wherever we don't know, simply we'll refer somewhere else. That is the idea. But most of the case, you know what happens. 50% of the contributions always made by the startup member or the proposal, those who have proposed the idea, right? But 50% testing part is equally important because it's your gut feeling and you have always the positive outlook, even if the idea is to fail, but you are well convinced that it will happen. So it has to be tested. Because ultimately if you lose entire funds, it's a loss of government, it's your loss, everything's lost. No? So that is how it is testing. And if the CIMP is not capable or management, any other Ahmedabad is not capable or any other institutions are not capable, they will always collaborate with some of the technical institutions. Because there may be some technical specifications. And the same thing is vice versa. If the IIT finds that it has some managerial implications we are not able to get, when many projects you have seen that the IIT have developed, it's a feasible and they are referring to CIMP in a way that can you make it, commercialized? Can you understand the implications? They have developed the idea, not able to commercialize. And our implications is, we understand the management, but we are not able to make the technical testing. So it's a complementary in nature. That is how it is happening. It's not one person, so many people are working in that background. Yeah, this is all about. Thank you very much.